Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second map between Frantic and Nice Gaming. We're just getting a knife on the way. This has gone down to 1 versus 1 and knife. Who do you think is going to win this one?
Well, if we go based off a track record and what we saw in that opening map, you definitely have to say that Nice has probably got the firepower advantage. I know we kind of joked about this and throw both of us under the bus on this one. We were kind of having a little bit of a laugh at Dead Game at the end of that last map because he ended up not getting any kills in the second half of that. He finished the first map with 2 frags.
21 deaths.
Yeah, so just hoping that he steps up and starts to perform with the rest of his squad. I mean, nobody really had a good map for them last match except for maybe DCT, who kind of carried a brunt of it. But we'll have to see. Hopefully he steps up. And it looks like we are going to be swinging maybe towards that B bomb site early here for Nice, as again, they're going to be on the Allied side to kick things off. And they kind of go down Danger Alley there for a second. Payne trying to lay some shots out. But so far, so good. Everybody's still alive. And we're a minute and, 18 seconds left in the round. So that's something.
Yeah, it's definitely something since Reverse gets a nice double kill to his name, opening up the B bomb site. Just leaving Dead Game, he does manage to get 1 kill. Already halfway to where he was in the previous game.
Nice.
And however, it just leaves the silver left. In a 1 versus 4 retake situation. And B bomb site. And this is actually a pretty good crossfire set from Nice Gaming, and that's gonna be the first round for them. But nice push in the end. Only Dead Game getting a frag this time, which is a little bit odd going for what we saw last game.
It's one of those kind of strange things, where it almost feels like you go long periods of time without saying an individual player's name. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have a lot to talk about with that game in the last game. There was only a few sparse rounds where we even talked about Reverse from Nice, even though they won 16-5 on that opening map. He seemed to be kind of absent, but it was mostly because Quicks and Dav and Baza were doing so much work for their squad that, we didn't really need to say anything about him. He didn't really have as much impact, but when they needed him, he was there. Unlike with Dead Game, who just kind of struggled throughout the entirety of that opening map. But round number 2, and looks like Nice might avoid the second round reset. Things looking pretty good for him so far.
Yeah, they should be 2 versus 4. Only BBW and Payne left, and Payne's the only one getting a kill. It does seem quite odd how Frantic are playing this. They all seem to be peeking quite a bit, a little bit too much, I would say, compared to most teams. But somehow BBW getting a knife kill there, making it 2 versus 3. Like I was saying, they seem to be peeking quite a bit, but like 1 at a time in some places. Where, like,
yeah, they aren't really working in tandem with each other much, are they? There is no like team play or anything. It's like you said, I mean, when you come down into a 1 versus 2, obviously both of you guys, send one player jumping around the side, the other player strafing around the side, and you can't really shoot 2 players at the same time. It's pretty much impossible to pick up both of those frags. We don't really see them grouping up and working in tandem like that with each other. You see it a lot on Nice Gaming side.
Yeah, and it just comes down to how long they've been playing with each other. And pretty sure this Frantic lineup was made a few minutes before the tournament, and it can kind of show in a way. Like, some of them does have the individual skill, like Silverfox. We've seen him step up massively in a few rounds. DCT, obviously a big one. Even BBW just gets taken out by Dav. You've seen some light from him. But it's okay if you have light from yourself, but you need to shine as a team. And so far, Frantic hasn't done that.
Actually, looks like Dav has an idea that there's another player hanging around here. And he's right. It's Dead Game right there around the corner. He's going to avert his gaze to a different area of attack. So if Dead Game does decide to come out, he might be able to catch the backstab on him. Bomb's kind of isolated here by himself also. And there you go. There's the double peek, but DCT, he's able to shut it down. In the meantime, Dead Game does drop, but all of a sudden Dav going to be in a 1 versus 3. See if he can execute this one, but looks pretty good for Frantic. And there you go. There's that team play that we were talking about earlier on.
Yeah, but it was mainly from individual play. DCT obviously getting those double kill. Quick, taking out both of those players, which normally you would see them get the trade, but DCT's just so quick like that to get those frags. And Payne, he maneuvered around that stables really well to isolate, making 1 versus 1s. Just seeing Dav left alone, Silver Fox hanging around watching for rotate since they know it was on B site. Able to get the round. But it'll be interesting to see how they carry on this course. It is 2-1, and they should be able to get a pretty good buy back into this, only losing 2 players. Whereas Nice Gaming should be a little bit more of a struggle fest. We do see an M1 Grand on Quex and 2 Thompsons. A lot of smokes, and it'll be interesting to see how they deploy those smokes. Might see one deploy now mid, and that's like they're going towards the A side, which is quite interesting.
I like that thought as well from Nice. I mean, Dav gets dropped really, really low, but they smoke off that corridor so that they can cross towards the B bomb site, or at least fake the crossover there, and then they actually lobbed a nade deep towards where they spam from the Axis side, and does a lot of damage onto DCT and kind of shies him away from throwing any extra heat their way in that area. So they would have been able to get across cleanly if that were the case. It looks like they're actually going to favor going towards the A bomb site this time around. So smokes being deployed, you can hear them popping from across the map. Some nades go out. DCT is going to get dropped. Pain able to respond, but not for long, as Baz is going to be able to drop him. And now Quix is over here. Silver Fox is down. BBW coming under fire as well. Dead Game really the only one healthy here on the Axis side. See if he can get back in here with his teammate in this 4-on-2.
Yeah, but he does only have a shotgun, which is only good for close angles, and due to the fact they nerfed the fire rate, he won't be good in a multi-kill scenario, but he should be able to get this first frag here if he can get this second pellet, but somehow he survives his opponent. That's actually looking a little bit too healthy for the amount of damage, which should have been Dead Game's favor, but he does drop in the end. 3-1 in favor for Nice Gaming, and it's a similar story to what we saw in the first map.
Now, did I see Baza actually not pick up that last token? Because it looked like there were 2 in front of him, and he picked up one, picked up the gun, and kind of turned and ran the opposite way. There was another token in front of him. He never picked it up.
I didn't see that.
I'm just curious if there would ever be a reason not to pick up a token.
Not really, but we have seen players in the past not pick up tokens. Maybe 1, you didn't see it. 2, some players don't really care, but Stormy.
That was a really nice play.
Yeah, again, that opening kill. Taking out DCT again. DCT not having much luck down that, playing that mid position. You don't really see many players peek mid, but when you normally do, they sometimes either get the frag or get the drop. It's quite 50-50. Dead Game, he almost got dropped as well from trying to find that top mana position, which you don't normally see, but Pain trying to get that shotgun to work in stables doesn't work in their favor, and the A site's starting to open up, especially since Dav gets another opening. Taking out Silver Fox, just leaving BBW and Dead Game again, but now it's over. Really quick in the end.
Yeah.
Stormy and Dav chiming in.
And that whole round started off because of that pick from Stormy down through middle. And the reason that it was executed the way that it was, what I said was a nice play about that, is Dav actually jumped across and kind of baited DCT into continuing to spam there. And then they just kind of shoulder peeked with Stormy to clean him out. So it was a little bait and switch that they had over there towards that mid section, where one player just jumps across, the second player just slowly peeks out with that scoped rifle or with whatever.
Grand.
Yeah, the Grand. So he's able to just get the one-shot headshot in onto DCT and immediately remove him. So again, that team play that we were talking about that Nice Gaming seems to have, working out well in their favor.
Yeah, it really is working out for them. But also the individual skill for Nice Gaming, they're working out since BBW drops by Dav for DCT, trying to get a kill back, but he's only good for 1 since Baz is there to help his teammate. And it's already a 4 versus 2. They're pushing on the A site, and it should be little resistance. Only really Silver in the position trying to stop it. Dead Game stuck in big bonds because he just gets spoiled out, and he'll actually get dropped by Dav, who's having an amazing game for himself. Silver might be able to get 1 frag here, but he gets spoiled out. The nade as well, really, really good from Stormy. 5-1. And Frantic looking very, very lost.
Just to put things into context for you so far, we're now 6 rounds in, and there's a combined total of 10 deaths on Nice Gaming.
Damn.
Just to put that into context for you, Dead Game sitting at 1 kill, BBW with 1 kill, Silver Fox with 1 kill, DCT, who you said is like their premier players, only got 3 kills, and Pain with 4. Now, DCT is able to finally pick up a kill to kick off the round. Might even spot out a second one. That was actually a wall bang headshot that he managed to find there. So a little bit of penetration being found. BBW able to find 2. So I start ragging on these guys for their kill counts, and they start to step their game up. So this is a nice little change of pace from Frantic.
Yeah, especially since they dropped that bomb. DCT peeking down mid again, which you don't really need to do. A little bit lost, but talking about the wall bang in the start, it's quite common to see it. Paint gets dropped by a quick trade from BBW there. Just think Dav, but like I was saying, with that mid doors, you see a lot of teams do that, since it does quite stop the cross. Because you can spam through that, try and get the headshot, and people which just run out, they'll get headshotted. Dav, how he's taking down BBW, despite BBW knowing his position. Does seem quite odd. He does manage to get the bomb back as well, making it 1 versus 3, which was a 1 versus 5. No, 1 versus 4 at one point.
Yeah. Actually swaps out the pistol. Unfortunately, DCT, again with that aggressive posturing, pushes on up, does manage to find the final kill and put another round on the board here for his squad. 5-2. I mean, this is almost a mirror image of what we saw on the last map.
Yeah, and talking about the last map, I think combined at the moment of how many rounds did they play in the first one? 20 rounds? No, 21 rounds in the first one. They played 7 rounds in this one, so they played 28 rounds. Frantic's only got 7 rounds.
The
combined.
The math definitely checks out.
Yeah.
This time it's Pain.
Going for the mid doors, but that nade's really, really good. Able to take down reverse. And DCT looking down aggressive towards a long, and I don't think Baz is actually reading this pretty well. Question is who will see each other first, and it's Baz who gets a nice headshot onto DCT. Making a 4 versus 3. It's an advantage for Frantic, since they're able to get 2 kills, but Dow's bringing it back, taking out BBW. All tied up, making that a second. Dow's so good, and finding his opening kills.
Yeah, really doing some work here right now. And like you said, I mean, he's having a pretty solid game. He's 9-3 on the scoreboard. Stormy even bringing it back 1 step closer, and Pain now all of a sudden left in a 1v3 when his team had a 2-man advantage to kick off the round. So that gets flipped completely upside down, and now he's got to clutch this one out, and well, they're on the other side of the map.
Yeah, since they probably realized that he's towards A side, since they knew he was down mid, could have gone to A, and since the other 2 players was towards B side and Big Barn, so they're reading this really well. Nice gaming. Does seem like Dav is expecting him to start rotating out of A trenches. Well, the bomb should be going down now, and no one to contest it since Pain is towards A side, but really, really good round from Nice Gaming. But again, a lot of problems from Frantic, since you did say he had a 2-man advantage, and it seemed like they kept pushing one at a time at places when they didn't need to.
Well, again, that's DCT for you. I mean, you talked about his hyper-aggressive style. He gets that opening pick, but he continues to pressure on through, and that's where he gets caught out and shot, in a pretty straight-up battle with Stormy. So he loses that fight, and then all of a sudden, Dav just steps up. Now, I was watching him kind of creep through the trenches early in the round, and he just got up close and personal on him and was able to find both of those kills in quick succession to really bring his team and put him in a position to win this. Now they're going to be able to walk away with a round win and extend their lead once again. So every single time we've seen Frantic win a round, it's been reset immediately afterwards by Nice Gaming.
Yeah, and we have seen that quite a bit. We haven't really seen Frantic able to, which I'm looking for, like keep getting the rounds in a row.
String rounds together?
String rounds together, that's the phrase which I was looking for. But
so that's why I'm here for you.
Yeah, thanks. Nice Gaming. They've been able to do it really well and keep resetting the axes. Only Pain able to have a decent weapon, but that's because he able to save in the previous round. So in reality, we should be seeing 7-2, but we have seen guns like the Ghoul able to beat out guns like the M1 Garand and such, because they do have that one-shot capability, just like the Garand does. And you already see Dav already put down low after just peeking mid-trenches.
Yeah, dangerous spot for him to be in. He's going to bail out of the fight here for a second, let that health come back on up, and see what happens. But there it is. There's the repeat from Dav after letting himself regen a little bit, and he comes up on the winning side of that against Silver Fox. So once more, we see the Allied side take the man advantage. Now they double it up as Stormy gets in. He's got the scoped rifle. He's been working that well, especially seeing it in the last map, shooting down through mid, getting multiple opening picks with it. And this time he's pretty much going to get served up a freebie.
Yep, at the moment only BBW able to take a man off. Nice game, even DCT falls to the hands of the scope on Stormy. Just leaving BBW left alone, and doesn't look too great for him. Half HP already. He's slowly getting surrounded by the nice game players. Quex is the one able to take him out in the end. 7-2. Able to string those rounds together once more. Nice gaming. And only losing one player as well. And that's the key part. They only lost one player. So they're able to try and keep a low economy. You already see 3 players have 4 tokens. That's a buy for next round. And if they lose, they get 1 token from losing. So they'll have 4 or 5 tokens. Whereas the upside, it's not looking too great. We see 3 MP28s. We do see a bunch of nades, but the nades need to start hitting, which hasn't happened so far, and it's not going to happen either.
Baza, a little spam through that smoke. Does connect there onto Pain on the other side, but not able to land the kill. Now DCT coming under fire. Dead Game goes down to Dav once again, and there's DCT to fall immediately after. Stormy getting in on the mix. Quicks as well. Everybody getting in on the round. It's just a matter of, I believe, Baza, the only one to not find a kill so far for Nice Gaming in the round. So it's almost a team ace. See if he can get one. Definitely within the realm of possibility. Nice looks from Silver Fox, trying to do what he can. He is tagged very low, seeing whether or not he can stay alive. Trying to clutch one out. That nade, and it is a team ace. So Baza does get the final frag, and everybody getting a piece of the action this time around.
Yep. It's important that he got the frag there, but it's also a little bit sad that 2 players was able to forward. They kept all 5. It would have been a lot better for the economy. But you see reverse. He's got 7 tokens. Baza has 6. They don't need many more tokens. It's 8-2 and faithful on them, and Frantic hasn't been doing as much damage as you should be doing on each round, especially on Manorhouse on their Axie side. They've been looking very, very weak and lackluster. Even DCT, in my opinion, one of the better players on the server, he hasn't been showing up too much on Quex, so he has been getting a nice double, gets a triple kill, taking out DZT, and he could even get a 4th here onto Pain. It just depends on if he sees each other first, and he gets...
Oh my god, what a round.
What a shot.
I did not think he was going to see him. He checks the corner, spots his head, and then just comes out. He just fires it from the hip and hits the instant headshot. That's just ridiculous. He's looking for an ace here. Probably not going to happen. They know where Silver Fox is, so they might call in the cavalry. Now, this is not outside of the realm of possibility for Silver Fox. He's got this in a 2v1, but the only problem with that is that bomb ticking away. Surely not going to have an opportunity to really get back in here, especially with that one-shot weapon. And there you go. There's the ace.
Yeah, he just walks into Quex's field of view, and they would allow him to get the ace, really. And now he's got himself a car. That's going to do a lot of damage. That one-shot capability now onto Nice Gaming's hands. On the other side, they are managed to get some STGs onto Pain and Silver, but Dead Game, he is yet to buy. Doesn't look like he's actually ecoing full. He had 3 tokens. He could have bought something there. It seems like Dead Game's having a similar game to the last one. Not great.
Yeah, he's 3-30, I believe, through the 2 maps. Or did he have 25
3 and
deaths?
31. It was 21 deaths.
That's a yikes.
It is.
I mean, look at Quex now with that last round. 14 kills and 4 deaths.
That is insane, but it's the same sort of story on all board, except for Reverse, who's died one of the most
5
times.
and 5?
Yeah.
Well, it always seems to kind of be the case, you know. We talk about it a lot of times on other broadcasts where it's like, you know, your team is winning so much, and then you look over and there's a player on the team that's like 3 kills and 7 deaths when somebody else has got like 22 kills and 3 deaths. And it's one of those situations where it's like, whatever, man. They're just completely destroying them. So what's the difference? You can't even be upset that you're not performing because your team is just trashing your opponent so bad.
Yeah, you could even say that maybe he's setting up his teammates really well, but at the moment, Frantic, Tails have turned really drastically 4-2, but they still should be able to get a bomb down nice gaming, and if they do get a nice token, and there we have it. They get a token for getting that bomb plant, and they could stop this push if they push one at a time. Pain, however, does win that first duel. Quex now.
No way.
Get 3 more kills. He has a car in hand, which could be great since it has that one-shot capability, but it's the bolt action and pauses that it's going to cost him.
They pulled him off the bomb as well.
Yeah.
Oh. I thought there for a second. Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been an absolutely ridiculous round. But yeah, so again, I mean, we're in a very similar situation where it's again that mirror image that we saw in the opening map where we were around the same scoreline as this, 9-3, 9-4. It ended up being a 10-5 half, and then once Nice Gaming got over onto the Axis side, they just completely ran the gambit, 6 rounds in a row to close it out. I think that that's going to probably go 11-4 this time around. They've just had such a tremendous amount of success on the Allied side across both maps, really. I mean, you're looking at possibly 21 rounds for them over the course of 2 Allied side halves. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but now the advantage isn't Frantic, so you should see this 4th round unless something drastic happens, like Quex stepping up massively. Do see reverse actually lining up smoke. Should be seeing a B push here. Bazza dropping a dead nade to stop any pushes, but that's like a. I think that is Silver, is that? Yeah, Silver not really pushing into it, and it will be sort of a retake sort of situation going on here now. Silver getting that massive kill, taking out play, and he tries to get the second onto Bazza, but he's unable to. Just in reverse, and Bazza left in a 2 versus 3. Make that only reverse now. He needs to step up big for his team. Managed to get the first kill, almost gets the second, which DCT capitalized on the reload. And it is going to be 9-4. Still in favor for Nice Gaming, but still shaky round. It was 4 versus 3 at one point.
Bomb defused.
Went down into 1 versus 2, which reverse could easily have got DCT in a situation like that.
Yeah, one more bullet might have done it. Definitely a difficult situation to be in regardless, but such a limited firepower for him. This time around, I mean, a couple of guns coming out here for the Allied side. Nothing crazy. They do pick up some smokes. They do have 1 grenade to work with, but I mean, relatively light buy. A couple of carbines on the table. What is that?
Yeah.
2 Thompsons? Are those
2 Thompsons and a ball.
Yeah.
But it's a surprising buy, really. It's the buy you don't really see many players buy, and Quex showing them why. He gets killed pretty fast from DCT, who had a car. Much superior weapon, but he will fall going for that hyper-aggressive play. Making it 4 versus 4. Didn't need to be, but Payne managed to bring one back straight away, but EBW almost losing his life to Dav. Dav, who's been so good, but it's really Payne who's going to have the trouble here. 2 players on the cusp of pushing into him and just slow deteriorating his health, and finally he falls, and that's A side starting to open up. But Dead Game managed to get his second kill, gets a first!
He did it!
What a headshot from Dead Game. He's finally waking up slightly. Pushing through, didn't need to. He would be dropped from Stormy, making it 1 versus 2. But he's not going to catch out with Silver Fox. 9-5, we should be seeing pretty good half now from Frantic. They could get the 6th round, unless we see a similar score, well, same score as last time, which was 10-5. But Dead Game, just get 2 kills that round. Really good headshots.
Yeah, that second shot was nuts.
It was.
That second kill that he got was really nice. Unfortunately, kind of peaked out, overextended there at the end of the round, but they ultimately cleaned it up. So that makes my prediction wrong. That 11-4 half is not going to be the case. Waiting for that spam to finish. Looks like they're going to favor. Well, they wanted to go for that cross, but not going to be the case right now. And Payne's going to be over here to lock down this A bomb site. He's kind of been the one to step his game up. It's him and DCT now. 11 kills, 10 kills respectively. 17-7 for Quicks right now. 12-8 for Dav. Both of them having a pretty tremendous half thus far. But, I mean, that 9-6 scoreline, like you said, is definitely within the realm of possibility right now.
Yeah, especially since they have more of the weaponry, except for DC2, who only has an MP28. Well, he could have bought something. This is the last round. I think they was so hyped, maybe for Dead Game getting that 2K. They didn't buy, but Quex does manage to push off DC2. He only has the pistol MP28, so he didn't really want to push too much. But like I was saying, DCT could easily have bought. Silver has 3 tokens, 1 on Dead Game and BBW. Actually, DCT wins that duel onto Quex with only a pistol. Don't normally see that one, but Dav able to capitalize, taking 1 down onto BBW. Even gets down Dead Game reverse. Now it's in favor of 4 Nice Gaming as well as bombed down. It's going to be a retake situation for Frantic. It's going to be tough, especially since DCT goes down early. Dav even finding 1. It should be 10-5. It is 10-5. Same scoreline going into the second half as we saw on Liberation.
Yeah, now it's just going to be a matter of will Frantic bring more to the table here in the second half than they did in the second half of map number 1, because they brought nothing to the table that time around. I mean, it was a clean sweep, 6 rounds in a row for Nice Gaming. So difficult position for them to be in right now. And again, that mirror image of map number 1 might be playing in the back of their minds just a tad. We'll see how it ultimately goes, but here's that opening spam. It's going to be Quix that's over here this time around to try and lay a little bit of fire down, but not able to connect anything. And it looks like a B push is early on the boards here for the Axis side. Pardon me, Allied side. Yep, I'll get there eventually. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's like even me and Mitch sometimes get confused because the symbols don't change after going into the second half, but still able to get 1 kill, but he's quickly trained it out. And it does seem like the Allies do have B-site control. Should be getting the bomb down very soon. They're expecting a nade, which no nade will come in. So bomb is now going to be planted. But Quex could actually stop this plant, and he will do. Pushing in, but he gets quickly dispatched by DCT, but he's made his team have some time into this. Baza could get this frag onto DCT, in fact.
There's no way they predict him to come from the same angle.
Seems like DCT has 3 fires, able to do some damage. Fakes it once more to try and get a shot onto Baza. Question is, will Baza expect it? He sort of expects it, but it looks like he's trying to go towards the A side. BBW falls, just leaving DCT left in a 1 versus 1. Baza still expecting him to be around the same area, but DCT's on the A's bomb site. And he is going to get the plant down. Risky play coming in from Frantic.
Really risky. Look at this. He's lined up perfectly for this one. He's going to walk right out on it. Gets a little light tagging out. DCT down to about 66% health. But is he going to predict that he's moved past the barn? And no, he does not. DCT going to clutch that out in the 1 versus 1. And there you go. So second half going to start out 10-6 now, as the now Allied side of Frantic going to put in a little bit of work.
Yeah, they managed to get in the first round despite the risky plays that DCT and BBW did. Like, for example, BBW didn't have to push. He could have just waited, kept on giving the fake to Bazaar. So DCT could go towards a bomb side, but he didn't do that in the end. But in the buy, looking a lot better for the Allies, and looks like Nice Gaming going for pretty much a full save. You do see some goers, some smokes as well, since MP28s, but should be a Frantic round. But we have seen he's gone through a lot of damage. Dev actually taking down Dead Game. Yeah, 5 versus 4, and Baz even getting some information there.
Yeah, spots that player going in on that side. Actually gets himself up onto the high ground. Going to drop down now and see whether or not he can spot any players coming around from this arch side, but unfortunately not going to be presented with any targets early on in the round here. See whether or not they're able to pick anything else off. But again, I mean, getting that early pick, that early damage in, dropping Dead Game, that's 1 less body that they have to deal with later on in the round. Fortunately, Reverse is going to get spotted and taken down. It's going to be a little troublesome. Look at how close he's gotten. Oh, it's a little sloppy there, and Payne actually going to take down his teammate, trying to take Baza down. And in the meantime, Silver Fox has been dropped. Now Quix comes in onto Payne, and now all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 3. Bomb is going to get planted over at A. It's DCT to try and clean up this mess once again.
Yeah, and interesting play coming in from DCT. Had the bomb the entire round, and he stayed in spawn. Did able to get reversed, but he won't get any more plays, so retake will happen. But it was an interesting round coming into Frantic.
Bomb
But it's
defused.
That one had
definitely-
everything, didn't it?
Yeah, like a team kill, sort of a fake coming in, but not really a fake. So Axes will be able to get one straight back, 11-6. Analyze will buy into the next round since they did get that extra token, so they got 2 tokens instead of the good old 1 from losing. Whereas Axes are equally having the same chances. They got 3 tokens for winning, gets 2, Diffuse gets 1. So you see Stormy with an STG, see some Goers as well as a
Oh,
bunch of nades. And that
Look
nade,
at all the damage.
yeah.
Wow.
Tav able to get a second kill to his name, pushing even more, going very hyper aggressive. And he's getting the frags as well. That's the 3rd one of the round. He couldn't even try and get an ace here, but DCT takes down Quag. Stormy gets down DCT, just leaving Pain left. Pain will be able to take down Dav. Couldn't even try and get the second one behind the tree, but he's unable to get the shot off. Stormy gets his second. 12-6, very convincing round coming in from Nice Game, thanks to really Dav.
Yeah.
Getting that 3 opening kills. And again, it was pretty much 1 versus 1 draws, minus the nade, of course, getting the nade over. And then, like, the other 2 players, 1 versus 1 draws, which was more favorable since they do have that individual skill over Frantic, in my opinion.
So when you want your big names to make big plays, that's exactly what that was. I mean, that hyper-aggressive play, pushing out on that B-bomb site, able to find those 3 kills. So nicely done from Dav. And it all really started with that spam through middle, that early damage that went out. They had 3 players so incredibly low. And now look at this high-low play that they have between Dav and Baza over towards the trenches. That's a really cool play. They're going to peek around looking for the low ground. Even Dav finding a second early in the round here. But they peek around the corner looking at that high, like looking for the low ground player. They've got a player up on high, so then they try to predict that the player is on high, and now they've got a player on low to deal with. So many variables to handle on a peak like that.
Yeah, and the positioning from Nice Game is so wild. Like, you saw Quex watching mid for the player to retreat from mid trenches. He gets dispatched quickly, just leaving the Silver Fox, I believe his name is.
Yep.
Yeah, Silver Fox left in top mana alone in 1 versus 5, and Nice Gaming don't really need to hunt for him, but it does seem like they want to get that kill. Which most players do want to get kills and want to boost their stats around such like this, and they kind of have an idea of where he is, and there we have it, reverse, able to get the frag just before Silver Fox able to dispatch his teammate, which I think was Baza.
Yeah. Right there around the corner. He was just kind of running around making a lot of noise while reverse snuck up. I think they had an idea, an inkling that he was going to be up there anyway, so maybe Baza playing a little bit of a distraction role there, but nevertheless, 13-6. The Nice Gaming side now only 3 rounds away from closing out this map and this series to move on to the, I guess it would be the semifinals?
No, it'll be round of 16.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So quarterfinals. No,
Gotcha.
it wouldn't be quarterfinals, it'd be round of 16, and then the one afterwards is quarterfinals.
Gotcha. I wasn't aware there was that many teams involved.
Yeah,
That's
there's
pretty
quite a few teams.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's good to see the game is growing, continuing to grow.
Yeah, the EU scene's a lot bigger than the NA scene. It's
Yeah.
probably the big difference. I think pretty much all NA teams was at Philadelphia. It does seem like the Allies are going for very slow play. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're crawling towards the B bomb site from spawn. They did manage to get 1 kill from it. Dead game.
If
Able
they
to get
manage,
double the kills which she did last game.
if they manage to win a round doing this, it would be ridiculous.
It would be ridiculous. Now they're starting to run.
Oh, they got up and ran. That's a bummer. I was hoping that they would just crawl the entire way.
Yeah, but Quex,
1,
able to
2,
get a quick
3.
triple. Will he be able to get a 4th? That's the question. He does.
Oh my god, so all that crawling for nothing. Oh, they were so dedicated to it, and unfortunately not going to be working out in their favor. Dead game, the last man standing quicks. That is his second ace this map, by the way. He
Yeah,
has 26 kills and 10 deaths.
amazing. It was an amazing ace, but like I think the limelight was taken away by what Frantic were doing.
I like it though.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Well, I mean, it's, you know, it seems like they're kind of checked out from this one. They're getting beat down pretty bad. They lost 16-5 on map 1. It's 14-6, well, 13-6 in the last round. So if you feel like you're not good enough to beat your opponent, at least have a little bit of fun with it, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think they're doing a similar thing now.
Yeah, they're hanging out in spawn again.
I think they're crouching now. Still running, and one player nearly gets taken out, which was the Silver Fox, but he will survive for the time being. And it does seem like they will meet some opposition, which is reverse. First, though, he's only good for one. The crouching team
Dead game
able
again.
to crouch again, and it's reverse again, like you said.
Maybe they just needed to start having these goofy strategies for dead game to really come online, you know?
Yeah. Dead
good
game
to see.
only fadeable when they're doing goofy stuff.
Yeah, I like it though. They should have done this from the get-go.
Yeah, they should have. It would have made the game interesting, but they will meet Stormy, who is in that A-barn prone. In fact, Christian is what they expected. DCT leading the charge with his pistol out, get that extra movement speed while crouched, but Stormy getting the headshot. Baz, in fact, going for the flank play. Dead game. He falls, unable to get another kill for his name. Bomb slowly going down, but Plana falls, just leaving Silver Fox now, and he was not meant for this. Well, match point for Nice Gaming. Frantic can't crouch their way out of this one.
Yeah. Not looking good. Payne has 11 tokens. He has
Wow.
9 now. Okay, there you go. So that's a big buy down from him.
Don't
But
think-
yeah, that ace was
Yeah.
actually really sick. I was watching it back on the stream there, you know, because there is a bit of a delay and everything. But that ace from Quicks was ridiculous.
it was ridiculous, but
That nade was
BBW.
equally as ridiculous.
get the opening frag, it would take down Baz, and it almost gets reversed. In fact, if first was the second a little bit faster, but they're doing it again. But this
I love
time
it.
they're crawling up mid behind the smoke.
I love it. Oh, it's gonna start to clear. There.
There
Oh,
we
they
go,
get
have it.
spotted.
Reverse gets one, but DCT with the quick trade.
Still going, baby.
But this is the dangerous part. If they start crawling across this, there's so much open space which they can get caught out from B side, but no one really pushing them.
I don't think
fact,
they
Dav-
care anymore.
Yeah. Dav is the only one which has a good chance of getting up behind them and get lots of kills, but there's someone watching their backside, which is the Silver Fox. He only has a grease gun though. Quicks actually gets DCT. Dav's managed to get down Payne, just leaving dead game, and he falls, and that's the end of the game. Nice gaming through to round 2. After some,
Some shenanigans there.
yeah, from shenanigans from Frantic.
I like it though, because you know, if you feel like you're not gonna win, at least have a little bit of fun with it, right? So
Exactly.
they enjoy themselves in the last couple of rounds. Give us some laughs. Why not? But 16-5 map number 1, 16-6 map number 2 goes 2-0 in favor of Nice Gaming. They shut it down. That is going to be it for our first best of 3 of the day. We've got another best of 3 coming up after this very shortly, which we will be bringing you guys as soon as that is ready to rock and roll. So make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a little bit with our next best of 3 here on the Please GG.